Greetings, you guys. Okay, so I've been dealing with a few storms. So let's see where I'll start. Oh, somebody shout out my truck window, the most expensive one. Okay, over the past week. And then also, I had to put my pride aside and ask for help. Um, in this Facebook group, others helping others, which I'll get into the story later. But right now, I want to focus on the divine order that has displayed itself before me with all these damn incidents. Okay, so look, rewind. I remember saying my daughter wanted to switch schools. She wanted to switch at a Harrison Prep to go to a different school. I did not want her to. I was on the waiting list forever, whatever. But I'm like, hey, Diamond, oh my gosh, I'll process and I'm going to be hitting you up like individually on my own. I'm just like, God, okay, I see. So anyways, damn, and they will be running water up there. Let me make sure the volume is up, guys. Man, well, a turnaround. My daughter wanted to switch schools. I didn't want her to, blah, blah, blah. And I know uncomfortable equals growth, right? So I know to get comfortable being uncomfortable because growth is right here. I have this awareness, right? All right. So fast forward. The other day, okay, so a few months ago, I lost one of my best friends from high school. Her name was Zalika Dunny. Hey, boo, hey. Okay, and I have been struggling still with releasing that and kind of like avoiding that pain somewhat because it's just too hard, right? So back in the day, when I met Zika, I was going to FOS for the second time, okay, because I got kicked out my freshman year, right, for fighting. And then I got kicked out of the other schools too, and then I ended up right back at FOS. And then 2 weeks after I started school, I meet Zalika and Kamela, right? They're sisters, right? I meet them 2 weeks after school, right? So fast forward to today. Now I start school at her new school. I get a phone call. It says Kamela's name on my screen, right? I answer it. I feel like I'm looking at my fucking friend Zika. Okay. And while y'all here, just go ahead and like the video right now, real quick. You know what I'm saying? But I see, I'm looking at my best friend as a teenager, but through her child, you know? And I said, wow, it took my breath away. And I said, hey, baby, I said, are you not, why you not in school? You know? And she said, oh, I am in school. I'm enrolling. I said, you're enrolling? She's like, yeah, Camilla is enrolling me and Chris in, I'm not going to say my baby's school, but in this school. And literally everything just paused for a little bit. And I'm like, and then I hear, baby, I swear it's deja vu, right? And I'm like, get the fuck out of here. Are you serious? Are you serious right now? I have been struggling trying to figure out how I can help my friend and her children, my friend that passed, and her children, her sister that's here left behind, out in any way I can. And here it is. Okay. History circling all the way back around. This time my daughter would be me in the storyline, right? Zika's daughter is her, and Kamela's son is her, right? So the three. It still is everything is down to 2 weeks after the school start down. Every fucking thing, right? I say put Camila on the phone. Camila gets on the phone. I'm crying and I'm hitting my heart like, oh my God, I get it. You know what I'm saying? It's divine order at its finest, right? All of this turbulence I've been dealing with my daughter. I've been saying this whole damn time, like, it's much bigger than me. It's much bigger than me. I know this. Okay. And I am focused on my daughter's comfort. My daughter took a part in this story too. Why? Because she wanted to switch schools and go to that school, right? That's putting the connection and the support back in the life, back in the life of my friend's children that she left behind. Yes, breakthrough at its finest. My friend's children that she left behind is putting that connection, right? Not only that, think about it. I had desired that, like, oh, I wish I had more help. Like, not that they don't help, but like, I wish I had more support with my daughter. And I was telling my husband, this was a beautiful disaster. Okay, this whole shit I've been facing, we've been facing, because I ain't been facing it alone, has been a beautiful fucking disaster. And I'm gonna break down to you how. Okay, not just the divine or everything that led up to this very moment. Okay, down to the turbulence with me and my daughter, and me feeling like I just don't want to mess up. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I'm falling short, but just hold on, daughter, like a little bit longer. Like, we are right there. Everything that can get in the way is getting in the way, but that only means because something great is waiting on us around the fucking corner. Just do our part, you know? And then, nonetheless, yeah, it hurt my feelings. Yeah, it made me uncomfortable because we need to grow, right? What's happening now? She's spending half of the week. Well, this week she spent the whole week at her dad's house because after my window got busted out, I did call her. I don't call her stepmom. I call her another mama now, right? Because she her another mama, right? And we just came up with that today, like. But I call her crying, able to lean on her, and she is just loving us through the turbulence. Her and Charles just loving us through the turbulence, everything like that. Right now, I got full extra support with my daughter. I don't feel like as much pressure, right? Okay, and then I had to sit my pride aside, right? I prayed that day. I prayed the other day after my window was broken. I'm like, God, please, like, please. I was just hysterical. Like, what next? You know, like, what next? You know? And I'm like, don't live there. Don't live there. I'm just going to keep praying, right? I hear pain will teach you what your pride won't let you learn. Okay, and I had made a Facebook post about this, but I just want to talk about it in a little more depth because it was a very powerful moment. As I'm praying for guidance and answers, I hear the whisper, pain will teach you what your pride won't let you learn. I'm like, yes, I know. And then I'm still in the prayer, and then I hear, ask and you shall receive. And in my mind, I'm like, I have been asking. You know, I have been asking for help. Every time I have to ask, I literally am sitting here, you guys, pumping myself up like, you can do it. You can ask. Just go ahead. You can do it. Hey, Mama Rachel. Like, just ask for the help. You know, like, they can't help you if they don't know. And be specific is what I learned with this. Because I have been, like, hinting at I need help. And that is my ask. That as I'm talking about it now, I realize that has been, but that has been a huge problem of mine. So if I'm hinting like I do need help in this area, but I just don't want to ask, you know, I don't know what the fuck is up with that, but nonetheless, I hear that asking you shall receive, and I say out loud, I have been asking, you know, and then I hear be specific, and so then I hop online on Facebook, and right at the top of the newsfeed at fucking 11:11, what do I see? A group, others helping others, right? Now, I go in this group often, but normally I'm in there posting, offering free heart chakra healing. Like when I have spare time, like anybody need any heart chakra healing? I do that shit for free because that's unconditional love. You know, that is unconditional love right there. If I was to price somebody to work on their heart, then that would be in the frequency of conditional love. So for as long as I live, okay, struggling or not, I will be doing heart chakra healing for anybody that is open and ready to receive it and lift that weight off of the heart. And I will lift it off, and then I replace with comfort and healing, and then I will like hug the heart and shit with my heart, and like, you know. And so I just helped you, Diamond. How? Explain it. Elaborate. So, anyways, after I hear I see the post, I type, and then like my window just got shattered out. I said, I am really struggling. I'm not asking for money. I said, I'm just asking for help. If anybody has any gently used clothes for my daughter, she just started her junior year last week, and I'm crying hard as fuck as I'm typing it. It took me a minute to push post. I'm like, my 4-year-old daughter, she's on her last pair of purple jelly. She tore the bows off them bitches. You know what I'm saying? And I see her toes just creeping up further and further to the front of the shoe, and I'm like, fuck. You know, my baby don't even have like no other shoes. Okay, summer is over, and I'm struggling to find something that has purple in it so she could coordinate. You know, and so I was specific in that, and I was like, I'm not asking for money. I'm just asking for resources. Anybody have any resources that can possibly help me with my truck window? And then I remember somebody commenting and like, that's the most expensive window, which added to the anxiety of what I was already facing. I was like, it will be greatly appreciated and gratitude in advance. Now, nonetheless, the outpour from the community on the post, it revived my spirit. I literally was pacing back and forth like, oh, I don't want to post this. I'm walking back and forth, and I was like, fuck. My husband's like, what, babe? I'm like, nothing. because I just do not want to push post. Okay, this is a real life physical battle with self right now. I don't want to push it. Okay, finally, I'm crying, and then I just go ahead and push post, and I threw my damn phone on the bed, praying that it did not bounce on the floor, because let me show you guys my phone. Okay, hold on. Well, I don't know if you're gonna be able to see it, but it's cracked like a motherfucker. Okay, so when I and I don't even know, I be cutting my finger and shit if I'm slept the wrong way. I don't even know how it's still alive, but thank you for supporting me. You feel me? And holding it down. And as soon as I threw it on the bed, like fuck, I didn't want to push post. I see it say bounce, bounce, and I'm looking like no, right? But it didn't fall apart. Thank God. Okay, because I did not need that headache. And then so I'm like, cool. A little girl shows up over here to get her hair done. And I completely forgot. So after I pushed post, and I'm crying and shit, I'm crying hard. Like I did not want to push that, right? After I pushed post, knock, knock, knock. There's a knock at the door. I'm forgetting that somebody has scheduled for their daughter to get her hair braided for back to school. So I go walk to the door and she sees me and she's like, hey, everything okay? I hug her and I said, yeah. I said, I'm just processing because of the fact I just fucking had to put my pride aside and admit that I needed help, and I was like, and so I'm just processing it, it's a really emotional thing. I'm just not good at stating when I need help. You know what I'm saying? And so, and she's hugging me and she's like, it's okay. This isn't, and I was like, no, I'm feeling like hella inferior because I am asking for help to take care of my children. Okay, so this would be a trigger, right? This would be a fucking trigger. I felt my heart rate change, so I'm demonstrating how to clock your triggers as I am actively clocking my triggers. So I will be touching back on that with my damn self on my own. Okay, on my own time, dissecting my trigger. But anyways, nonetheless, I discovered a new trigger to dissect, right? So that I can go ahead and make whatever possible adjustments I need to make within my character. But all of this stuff happened. My window get busted out. If I didn't feel that strong sense of desperation to ask for help, I'm like, now the window is added on to me needing school clothes for my daughter, to my daughter only having, who knows, one day she can just wake up and her toes could be too fucking long for these damn jellies. And then she don't got no shoes, I made that post. A couple of my childhood friends end up seeing it, and then a couple of the people in the group ended up commenting. Now, granted, I am seeing that people are just commenting and jumping for it, but who cares? It fed my spirit that people cared. It's been difficult to meet up with people that offered the help, but I did meet up with a few, and I got some shoes for Zuri gifted, and I'm just crying like, wow, people care. I didn't think that nobody cared. I've been sharing my journey and my struggles and stuff like that, not for sympathy, but just for empowerment, because I'm gonna beast through this shit. I'm already beasting through it. Okay. And I know not to live there. Okay. And I know that I'm too great to not advance and not progress and not have success. And that's what I'm looking for. You can come on in like that, boo. Okay. I was just talking about the divine order that I share with you. Okay. She's clearly going to be a regular on the channel. And then we're going to my friend Gigglebox house. Her name is Katie, but I call her Gigglebox because all she do is giggle. You can scoot in a friend. Oh. And just in case you have anything that you want to ask. Add. Oh, I smell the sage, boo. Oh, yeah. Get it. Keep that energy clear. Okay? I remember I used to have to sage her before she came in my damn door. I was like, no. Right? Like, we had all time. Yeah, and now she clear herself. Yeah. She just clear herself before she even get here. That is helping me so much. Yes. Okay. So, but anyways, and then we're going to be, we could talk about the shit that we said we was going to talk about yesterday. Okay, so I'm just going to end this live shortly after I finish saying what the fuck I got to say. Okay, and then me and Lacey are going to be going live to talk talk on not only the school issues, but things that are gonna make the audience a little bit uncomfortable, or maybe even a lot of it, depending on what you got going on within your spirit. Okay. And this is all from the Women of Color group. So I think I'll title that video "Women of Color." Yeah. Right. I think that's dope. Right. Yes. And then I'm gonna say this gonna hurt a little bit. But nonetheless, we are going to Gigglebox House. And she is having a few of us with gifts over to, just read each other and see what we pick up on each other intuitively and stuff like that, and just vibe with like-minded individuals, because in our own direct family, she would be the oddball out. I would be the oddball out. Why? Because we're in two. Okay? They're still living in the frequency of crazy. And I don't want to say crazy, but like, it is like technically crazy, because I feel like we going uncrazy. And this world is crazy, so they're still living in the frequency of the world. Okay, and haven't got here yet. So that's what I mean. Like, in the no shade. I don't even say that phrase, but no shade. So yes, I just had to share that with you guys. About everything triggered that to happen. If my window didn't get broke, I wouldn't have felt desperate and pushed my pride aside and admit that I needed help. Now my baby got like 10 pair of shoes. Okay. And some of them was fucking brand new. Okay. And then and I was like, well, and then not only that, if my daughter did not convince me, and she had a whole fucking written paper, because I said, if you want me to move you out of this prep school, you're gonna have to deliver a good ass explanation on why, because we was waiting on that waiting list, and I've been researched that school when you was in elementary. I already had your shit planned out. But nonetheless, it's not about me being comfortable, it's about her being comfortable. She wrote that out. I went ahead and followed my spirit on the situation, even though my mind did not agree. I still followed, right? Even though I don't know where I'm going, it's just taking me. Right? I still followed it. And then the next thing I know, it put her in a position to where my deceased friend, all right, rest in heaven, Zika. And you know what I'm saying? Chilling in the spiritual realm, popping in my ceiling and shit. You know what I'm saying? But nonetheless, it put our daughters, who are only a month apart. Her name is Zaya. My daughter's name is Zanaya. Okay. It put them a month apart. Now they're reunited. And my daughter don't know nobody at that school, right? So I couldn't help it. I texted, and it just so happened that she was at lunch. And I was like, daughter, Zaya is coming to your school. They in the office right now. And then she said, thank God. Like I could feel her energy through the text. Like, thank God, because she been sitting at lunch by her damn self, because she hella reserved. She hella shy. And she the only person that she know that. She only know herself. She probably so now she got back up, you know what I'm saying? And then history repeating. I'm literally watching our kids live out what the fuck we just lived out when I was in high school, down to the 2 weeks meeting afterwards. The only difference is they grew up together. They knew each other since they came out the womb. You know what I'm saying? But nonetheless, it's like a reconnection. Yeah, it's a reconnection. Yeah. So that would be the slight difference in the storyline of history repeating itself. So I really highly recommend you motherfuckers clock your own cycles and see what the hell is circling back around again. So you can, you know what I'm saying? So you can adjust, tweak that shit. Do what you gotta do. But I am in great spirits. I've been crying for days, okay? But mostly I'm gratitude. Like, I get it, God. I get it. Is this enough? Because I think I have enough, but it's getting there. So I love you. I'm going to go ahead and ground outside and shit like that, so I can calm my happy ass down some. Probably.
No, keep that excitement.
Yeah, no, the excitement is here. I'm sorry, but I'm just a party.
I like the zhuzh.
Yeah, the zhuzh. Yeah. Okay, and she came over here with some pre-rolled, and I said, don't you threaten me with a motherfucking good time. So we're going to go outside.
Yeah.
Elevate our minds, right? And then we're going to come back and run this shit again and talk about some uncomfortable shit, for the masses. Okay. And this is inspired off of conversations and stuff like that from the Women of Color group, and highlighting things that I was avoiding within myself. So I really hope that you guys tune in with that. Okay. I'll be back in like, what we say, 15 minutes. You guys come back in 15 minutes. Okay. If you don't, who is this? Mama Rachel, Diamond. I don't know who the third. But can you guys put 3 likes on there? Because I only see one. Right?
Yeah.
And but I will stalk y'all asses. Okay? I will stalk y'all asses and be like, hey, I'm finna go fucking live again. Okay? This shit is like hella relevant. It has to do with Black women. So I really, 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 really want y'all to tune in. Okay? I love you, and I'm gonna push in now, and we're not gonna look at food. Oh shit, we looking at food, bitch.